They say dead men don't tell tales, but nobody ever told Baba Ahmed's that. Every night, every single night, the residents of Picnic Estate would hear it. A slow drag of boots on gravel. The soft creak of the iron gate swinging halfway open, then stopping. And if you were bold enough or foolish enough to peep through your curtain at 2 a.m., you'd see him. A dark silhouette in a faded yellow security jacket. Standing at post 1. Still doing his rounds. 3 years after they buried him. Welcome to Ancestral Echo by Pbrand. Please subscribe and give a thumbs up, it means the world to us. Back in the day, not too far back, maybe 5, 6 years ago, Picnic Estate was the kind of place where everybody knew everybody. Not a bougie estate, not a broke one either. It was the in-between kind. Middle-class vibes. Generator noise at 8 p.m. Pepper soup smell on weekends. Children playing ball until their mothers started shouting names from balconies. And then there was Baba Ahmed. Old man. Maybe 58. Maybe 65. Nobody really knew, he never told. Built like a man who had survived hard things and decided to keep surviving out of pure spite. He walked with a slight limp, a story he never explained, and he wore the same yellow security jacket every shift like it was a sacred garment. He was the estate's vigilante man. Not official military. Not police. Just a man the estate chairman hired because, as the chairman put it, that man no dey sleep, and he no dey fear. And that was true. Baba Ahmed had a motto. He'd say it every time a young resident asked why he stayed outside all night instead of dozing in the gatehouse like the other guards. The man who sleeps on duty wakes up to mourn his neighbor. Nobody really listened. People thought he was just old and dramatic. They were wrong. On a humid Tuesday night, 3rd week of March, 3 armed robbers targeted Picnic Estate. They had done their homework. They knew the estate had a new generator. New flat screens. Knew everything, because one of the residents had posted her new living room decor on Instagram with the location tag still on. She really did that. The robbers came at 1:47 a.m., wearing all black, bolt cutters in hand. But they didn't account for Baba Ahmed. He had them before he saw them. The way experienced men hear things, not with their ears, but with something deeper. He stepped out from behind the gatehouse, flashlight off, silent as a cat. He saw 3 of them. He had a whistle and a wooden baton. Was it a fair fight? No. Did he run? Also no. He blew his whistle, loud, desperate, 3 sharp blasts, the estate's emergency signal. He fought. He held that gate with everything in his body, screaming for residents to wake up, call police, do something. Lights came on in some flats. Some people peeped. A few called the chairman's number. But by the time anyone came downstairs, Baba Ahmed was on the ground. The robbers had fled empty-handed. The gate held. The estate was safe. But the man who held it was gone. They buried him on a Saturday. The estate came out, everyone, even the people who never greeted him, even the woman who once complained that his torch was too bright and disturbed her sleep. They all came. The chairman gave a speech. There were flowers. Someone printed a banner that said, "A hero lives here forever." Then Monday came. And life moved on. The banner faded. A new security guard took post 1. Within 6 months, most people had forgotten his name. They'd say, the old man that died, like he never had a full identity. The estate Instagram page never mentioned him. No scholarship in his name. No plaque at the gate. That's the sad side of this story, and it's the truest part. A candle that burns itself to light the room is never thanked by the darkness it chased away. But here's where the story turns. About 3 months after his burial, a little girl, maybe 7 years old, told her mother something that made the entire estate go quiet. "Mama, the old man in the yellow jacket waved at me last night from the gate." Her mother thought it was a dream. Until the new security guard, a young man, fresh, confident, the type to sit down and scroll his phone all night, until he came to the chairman's house at 6 a.m., shaking like he'd seen something. "Chairman, I don't know what I saw, but something walked my post for me last night. When I woke up from inside the booth, the gate was already checked. The padlock was tested. Everything was in order. But I never did it. It happened again. And again. And slowly, the estate realized Baba Ahmed's never left. Not out of anger. Not to haunt. He stayed because it was his post. Because some men are just built that way. Because duty doesn't die when the body does. The elders say, the sacrifice of one faithful man can cover a generation of ungrateful ones. Picnic Estate is still standing. Still safe. And every new guard they hire is told the same thing on their first night. You are not alone on this post. Do your job right, because the last man who stood here still checks your work. No robber has touched that estate since. And if you pass Picnic Estate at 2 a.m., and you see a faint yellow glow near the gate, don't panic. That's just Baba Ahmed's. Still doing his rounds. Still keeping everyone safe. Some heroes don't get statues. They get something better. They get to stay. After weeks of strange sightings, the chairman called a pastor to pray over the estate. Candles flickered, prayers echoed, and slowly the faint yellow glow at the gate faded. Baba Ahmed's spirit finally rested, knowing the estate was in safe hands. The new guard stood taller than night, the post secure. Picnic Estate remained safe, peaceful, and protected. And though he was gone, his legacy stayed alive in the lessons, the motto, and the quiet knowledge that some heroes don't need statues. They get to stay in memory, in duty, and in the heart of those they protected.
Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more interesting stories like this.